Hey guys, what's up? John here, bringing you a video talking about Black Panther 2 and how I see it happening. I will be talking about other people's theories. I'm trying to make my own, basically main idea of how I think the film's going to go, or could go. Now, I was thinking that M'Baku would play a big role in Black Panther 2, as someone would have had to take over T'Challa's role as king whilst he was decimated. So either the council did it by themselves, but I think M'Baku did. Now, this could just be nothing, and maybe M'Baku steps down as king for T'Challa because they seem to get along very well. But maybe because of how long T'Challa's been away, M'Baku might think that he deserves the throne more. So there could be confrontation there, and that could turn out to be the whole purpose of the film, which I don't think it would be, because that wouldn't be a great film to watch, just T'Challa against M'Baku. But I feel like he will take on a more villainous role, maybe. He might say, no, T'Challa, it's my throne now, and he may end up going to possibly Namor, join forces with him, try and sneak him in Wakanda, that's sort of like Loki did with the Frost Giants, or he might go and simply go split the Jabari off, and then that might make Wakanda weaker, so that way Namor could attack, because there's less of him, maybe T'Challa taking back over the throne by force, like ritual combat, or just because M'Baku does it. Maybe that creates more of like a little bit of shift in the council. Maybe their trust for T'Challa is shaken, so they'd rather, M'Baku take over, or rather do it themselves, or rather a completely new king. Now, what would be my ideal version of this would be M'Baku being beaten by T'Challa again, and M'Baku is really annoyed about this, so he either I would like him to go to Namor and say, look, I disagree with T'Challa's views, I will let you take over. Maybe he doesn't go to Namor, maybe more like Namor, he discovers Namor's existence. But I feel like if they're going to do it, they're going to do it as M'Baku just takes the Jabari away from Wakanda and separates them again, leading Wakanda more defenseless against threats like Namor. Other than M'Baku, as for the villain, Namor. Seriously, Namor needs to be the villain. Having Namor as the villain for the Black Panther 2 would be incredible. I mean, having Namor against Black Panther would be awesome, but having a full-out war, Wakanda versus Atlantis, would be incredible. Two secret, hidden locations, civilizations fighting one another, hidden kingdoms. It would be an incredible thing to see, and I feel that Namor would make a really good villain. And I've seen Boss Logic, please look at him on Twitter. He's amazing. He does amazing posters. Shout out to him. He's an incredible man. And the fact that he makes these amazing posters and things is just amazing and shows his passion. But anyway, off track now. He made a poster recently of Namor, and it had in the corner Black Panther and the two kings. And really, that would make so much sense for a Black Panther sequel, and I think that'll be even bigger than Black Panther 1, to be honest. And I'm not the biggest fan of the title. I don't really imagine myself saying in the future, oh, have you been to watch, because I normally say Winter Soldier Civil War rather than the full length. So I can't really imagine going, oh, have you seen Two Kings? Actually, no, I can actually. Anyway, so yeah, I really, really want Namor as the villain, but there are other options as well, and if they are going to do Namor eventually, they'll probably leave it for the last one, because I don't really see how they can top Namor versus Black Panther. As for what could else be the villain, Kraven the Hunter has been rumoured. Theories or something, I'm not completely sure, either rumours or theories, that Kraven the Hunter could be a villain. And that would make a lot of sense. Maybe Kraven the Hunter invades Wakanda and maybe he's killing Black Panthers or like a secret animal, or I don't know. They could change Kraven the Hunter's backstory, but I don't really see them using Kraven the Hunter because of the sort of deal with Sony. I don't think it really would apply using their villains for Marvel movies themselves. But, there have been secret, things in the past where they've exchanged characters. I'm sure Ego and Negasonic Teenage Warhead was traded at one point, and things like that. So things like that can happen. I'm gonna be honest, I would like Kraven the Hunter to be in a film, but if they put him in Black Panther, if he's not hunting and maybe he's just after Wakanda or something, or I don't know, I don't really want to see him as a villain because he's Kraven the Hunter. And I'm not completely sure. Maybe there's like a rare species in Wakanda or something like that. But yeah, as for Kraven the Hunter, yeah, he'd be great to see in a film. I'd love to see him in a film. He was one of my favourite characters in the animated TV series a while ago. And the Ultimate Spider-Man, he's an amazing character. But as for him in Black Panther, I'm not completely sure. Maybe he's after Black Panther himself. But as for Kraven the Hunter, I would rather Namor. In my opinion, as for what I'd like to see in Black Panther 2, I would like to see T'Challa to come back to life after Endgame. He asks for the throne back from M'Baku, but he refuses. They have another ritual combat. M'Baku loses again, but then ends up moving. He says to T'Challa, "Look, I'm taking the Jabari away." So then takes the Jabari away. So that leaves Wakanda a lot more vulnerable to attacks. So what I'd love to see in this case, maybe Namor sends a spy after Wakanda. Maybe they blame Wakanda for the decimation in the first place. Because let's face it, Atlantis may not even know about Thanos. So maybe they blame Wakanda, so that's why there was an earthquake in Endgame. So they'll start sending reconnaissance Atlanteans in, or, reconnaissance people, whatever, to check out Wakanda, find the weaknesses. They discover that, the Jabari have left the greatest warriors, so maybe one of those men asks M'Baku for some help, and maybe M'Baku goes, yeah, okay, we'll help, and then they show the Atlanteans how to get in, and then the third act could be, maybe throughout, T'Challa's trying to get used to maybe having a new council and things like that, rebuilding the kingdom after the decimation. That could be a cool challenge for him. But maybe there could be other challenges for him. Maybe, a lot more problems in Wakanda after the decimation has been undone. I don't know. But what I'd like to see is Namor then using M'Baku's advice, or even just coming in on himself, and just having a full-scale war with Wakanda. Having Atlantis and Wakanda at war would be incredible. And it would also give us a chance to see maybe Shuri become a Black Panther. Maybe T'Challa's thinks that he doesn't want to be Black Panther anymore. Maybe he wants to be a king rather than a warrior. And then Shuri takes over. But anyway, guys, that's all that I've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed. By the way, on the screen right now is the picture I was telling you about with Boss Logic. It's an incredible picture. Please look him up on Twitter. He's a great artist, as you can tell. So please have a look, follow him, and give him some credit, because he works hard and he's done amazing things like this. So thank you all again for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Please let me know your opinions and what you'd like to see in Black Panther 2, because if I'm being completely honest, I'm really looking forward to it, and I just want to see Namor. But I'm guessing you guys will have other ideas, better villains, maybe a better story than I've got. It's just a basis that I've got in my head, but, I'd still like to see it. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe for more videos, because, I have been getting likes and things like that, and maybe not a lot, but it really means a lot. So, hopefully, I get to see more of you guys that enjoy it, and it means a lot. So yeah, sorry for ranting on it for ages, guys, but I enjoy talking about Marvel, and I hope you guys do too. So thank you again for watching. That's like the third time, and I'll see you in the next one.